Protesters in Arizona had one message for their legislators: veto SB 1062. The bill was written to expand freedom of religion, but it would also let business owners deny service to people with certain sexual orientations. In 2012, the owner of a Colorado cake shop refused to make a wedding cake for a gay couple because of his Christian beliefs.
That we would close down the bakery before we would compromise our beliefs.
This spurred similar protests to those happening in Arizona. The couple, Charlie Craig and David Mullins, filed a complaint against Phillips, and the judge ruled in the gay couple's favor.
We are about giving all citizens the right to live and work according to their belief system.
Nicole Martin is the attorney representing Phillips and his cake shop.
And why you're seeing this amendment to Arizona's existing legislation is because people are being forced to communicate and speak messages that they simply don't agree with.
Arizona isn't the first state to try this. In the 1990s, Colorado voters passed Amendment 2, which was also perceived as anti-gay and caused gay marches and protests statewide. After this legislation passed, one group, now known as the Gay, Lesbian, Bisexual, Transgender Community Center, helped bring it to the Supreme Court.
It was an extraordinary time. It was very, very difficult for lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people in Colorado at that time.
The Supreme Court deemed Amendment 2 unconstitutional in 1994, and in the case of SB 1062, the bill's opponents hope Senator Jan Brewer will feel the same. In Denver, Melanie Towler, CBS 4 News. Kim Bosley and her two kids love to spend time together, but they are facing a tough battle. Kim was diagnosed with the hepatitis C virus in 2005.
I went to numerous doctors and no one could pinpoint what I had.
Kim is now in stage 4, which means her liver has hardened. However, she has stayed strong and even started a foundation called Not Without a Fight to help others with this disease. Her doctor never gave up on Kim's liver.
Dr. Everson has always been one when I go to my visit. I'm ready to be put on the transplant list, and he'll come in, sit down, and say, "Nope, I'm going to save your liver." And he did.
Dr. Everson put Kim on a trial for a new drug approved by the Food and Drug Administration called Sovaldi, which he calls the game changer.
The drug seems to be effective across all types of hep C. The drug seems to be effective across all stages of fibrosis and cirrhosis.
The good news about Sovaldi is it's a pill, and after just 1 week on the trial, hepatitis C was not detected in Kim's blood.
It's a miracle drug. I really feel this is groundbreaking.
Kim's mother was also diagnosed with hep C 3 years before her death in 2006. Both women got the virus from infected blood transfusions, which Kim got shortly after she was born in 1968.
I was the first baby born to a kidney transplant patient.
Her mother was featured in Good Housekeeping magazine. They called Kim the miracle baby. And if there's one thing that Kim takes from her mother, it's her fight.
She never let her kidney disease bring her down. And even her last moments here with hep C, she never let anyone see that it affected her.
Never losing hope, Kim continued her mother's fight. Although she won't know if she is completely cured until after the 48-week trial, Kim is staying positive about Sovaldi and is excited to live a long and healthy life with her kids. In Denver, Melanie Towler, CBS 4 News. Textbooks are the traditional way of teaching history to elementary school students, but one nonprofit organization thinks they're outdated. The president of You Can Live History tried out a new method of teaching young students about the Revolutionary War.
The kids are here to get interested in history, to have fun learning it in a way that they will remember for the rest of their lives.
Nearly 600 4th and 5th graders went to Chatfield Reservoir to reenact the Battle of Brandywine.
We're not smiling. This is death we're talking about.
The organizers say that reading about it in a history book would be too boring to be educational.
I think, though, that when they do this, when they reenact the battle, that they actually will become more interested in learning more about it on their own later on in their life.
Some of the kids did agree that this was a better method.
Definitely this is going to stick in my head a lot better than just reading a boring book. Because you get to feel what the people in the books felt.
And some of them learned more than just the history.
I'm learning about how the British won most of the battles in the Revolutionary War, but yet the Americans won the Revolutionary War, and I tried to pull a cannon uphill. It's really tiring.
Whether they were dressed as British, Hessian, or American soldiers, the kids learned an important part of American history. Even though the Americans won the war, they ended this battle running for the hills. In Denver, Melanie Towler, CBS 4 News. 420 is known across the U.S. as an unofficial holiday for celebrating marijuana. Now that Colorado's recreational shops are open to the public, Denver is seeing a huge increase in tourism. Compared to last year's 420, Hotels.com saw a 73% increase in Denver hotel searches for this year's holiday weekend.
I know that we can't do an early check-in today because the hotel said that it was packed.
Not just the hotels are feeling the impact. The 3D Cannabis Center, a shop right off the highway on Brighton Boulevard, is also seeing a change.
It's just been incredible. I've had a line out the door for most of the day. We have people coming from all over, and tourism has been a huge spike. Especially the taxi drivers are thanking us and telling us how amazing it is to have so many fares coming from the airport to here and then to the hotel.
So was this the first stop?
Yeah, it was. It's an extra 20 on my cab ride, he said.
People are coming from Kentucky, New York, and Florida, just to name a few.
I really don't know what to expect, but I just think it's awesome. I just think it's an awesome opportunity that I'm actually here to experience it.
Visitors enjoy buying, the shops enjoy selling, and tourism in Colorado is continuing to change. In Denver, Melanie Towler, CBS 4 News.